You get Jesus in your life, there's still things you got to do. Okay? And I'm going to give you 7 things that are essential process and principles that you need to engage in to begin to have this baggage removed from your life so you can build the house and the legacy that God wants you to build. The first thing that's necessary, you got to recognize your baggage. You cannot deal with what you don't see. You can't deal with what you're blind to, and so you need to have your eyes open to what your baggage is. I don't know what your baggage is, but you all, every one of us here, and all of our campuses, we have baggage in our life, and we have to be able to name it before we can deal with it. What is your baggage? Maybe your baggage is anger. Maybe your baggage is worry. Maybe your baggage is fear. Maybe your baggage is an addiction. Maybe your baggage is this poverty mindset. Maybe your baggage is you fill in the blank. I don't know what it is, but can you name it? Because you can't deal with it until you name it. So you put a name on that demon in your life. You put a name on that baggage in your life, and you begin to identify, this is what I need to work on. Now, for most of us, it's not one thing, it's a bunch of things, right? But the good news with Jesus, He doesn't ask you to deal with everything at one time. It's one step at a time that He works with you in these areas of your life. You begin to deal with it. So you first and foremost, you recognize it, and then you own it. You have to own it. It's vital. That's the second principle. What I mean by that is this. When you've picked up some bad baggage, what I call generational sin, you're carrying something from your past with you, or from the influences around you in your past. If you're carrying that with you, you have the tendency as a human being to blame other people for it and not accept responsibility yourself, okay? Now, it could very well be that other people have done things that have contributed to the baggage that you carry. That certainly is very true, but you're never going to get well until you own it. What I mean by owning it is saying, you know what, I'm responsible. I may not have been responsible for what happened to me, but I'm responsible for what I do with what happened to me. I'm responsible for what I'm going to do in my future, and I'm making a decision to say, you know what, this now is on my plate, and I'm making a decision that I will be the turnaround generation. Yes, perhaps it happened to me in the past. Perhaps I had a dysfunctional environment that I grew up in, but I'm not going to let that define my future. No, I'm owning it to turn the corner with this thing and go forward into my future in a positive way. I'm owning it. It's now my responsibility to work on this thing. Can't do anything about what's been done, but I can do something about where I'm at in my life right now.